Okay, you guys, so we are back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Halle celebrating, you know, 2 years of motherhood, and she's just being super ecstatic and appreciative of such a, you know, rewarding journey. It was a challenging one for her as well, but I think that even though she had a lot of challenges during her pregnancy and she had a lot of unpleasant moments, thanks to DDG, she is still grateful that she has become the woman who she is today. And she is sharing in her celebratory moment with the internet, honey. Yes, she's sharing it with us. And I just love this for Halle. You know why I love this for her? It is because just a couple months ago, everything seemed so chaotic, It just seemed as this bunch of this pile of garbage. Have you ever been spring cleaning your home and you're looking at things in your closet and you're looking at things that you have in your home and you're saying, okay, I need to lighten my load. Like you're looking left, you're looking right. You know you can do the spring cleaning, but you're wondering, these things that I no longer have use for, they no longer serve me, but for some reason you might be having challenges letting go of them. So I think that is the situation that Halle was in, having challenges letting go of some of the things, but she realized that in order for her to live a happy, successful life, she had to let go of those things because they no longer served her, and there's some amount of pain and heartache there, and we're talking about DDG being the baggage that was in Halle's life. And, this is how when I tell you guys that woman is not going back to that boy, she's not going back to that boy. She's not going back to that boy for love, money, or nothing, because there's nothing good there. After someone has caused you so much stress, so much heartache, so much pain, and when you look back, the sadness, the bitterness, the squabbles, the quarrels, they far outweigh the good times that you've had with a person. You're not going to go back to that person unless you have absolutely no self-love in you. And I don't see Halle as someone who doesn't have any self-love. As a matter of fact, I see her as someone who consistently evolves. And that is what you have to do as an individual. The tough is going to get going, and you have to keep going with it. And she keeps going with it. So on Twitter, because I saw this post on Twitter, she shared 2 throwback photos. One of them is of her in the elevator with her baby Halo, and he was in his prom. If that's what you guys call it, that's what we call it. And she has another side-by photo of her baby bump. And she captions it, 2 years ago today, I became a mommy. Time flies. Had such a great day. Yes, so she celebrated Halo's birthday. So that's basically what she's saying. I think this post was put up yesterday because if I'm remembering correctly, when I was on Twitter last night, I believe I saw the post. So I think yesterday was Halo's 2nd birthday, and she had an amazing time. I don't know how that went down for her, because DDG can be such a pain in the ass, and so too the internet can be a pain in the you-know-what, because I saw the Shade Room sharing the post, and so many people were saying, they miss seeing Halo on the internet. That's true, because do you know that when you meet them when they're young, you automatically bond with them? Have you ever met a baby when they're like a few days old, and for some reason it's like you automatically bond with them? even though you may not have a close relationship with a parent. And then as time passes, you want to see more of that child. And then if you don't get to see more of that child, it's a bit frustrating, annoying, and irritating to you, but you understand your position and you stand your ground because you know that that's not your child. You have no demands to be making of the parents to say, let me see that little boy, let me see my nephew. But the internet is kind of in that feeling at this time. They're like, oh, he's only 2. I thought he was 5. He's been out here so long. But most of the people, they're saying, they really miss seeing Halo. And that is because they started seeing Halo from he was so young. And it's Halle. The internet loves Halle. Who is DDG? No one this side knew of DDG. But the internet loved Halle. They fell in love with her. And then she gave birth to Halo and people bonded with Halo. So naturally, if the people haven't seen Halo for a while, they're going to feel some kind of way. They're going to feel like that part of them is missing. And it's true. You really cannot blame them for missing Halo because we haven't seen Halo in a while, but I definitely understand. I know that Halo will be back on the internet. It's just that Halle needs to get, she needs to get things properly structured with DDG because DDG doesn't know his place. He's a boy, and he's not that mature. Halle is a lot more mature than DDG, so Halle understands boundaries. She sets them, and DDG is just catching on to learning to respect boundaries and doing what is right for his child. So we're not sure if DDG is going to get the hang of it because even now there's some of his fans that are tackling him because I haven't been paying attention, honey. When I tell you I have not been paying attention, but what they have highlighted is the fact that DDG has been shady to Halle occasionally, and some of his supporters, they're calling him out because of that behavior, and they're telling him that they're seeing the same discourse towards indialove. I told you guys he was gonna do it. I said he was gonna do it. I told you guys that if people watch him closely, they're gonna see him demonstrating the same behavior with indialove, and people are gonna start to realize that there's a pattern with DDG and it's not these girls. Not saying that the girls are perfect and they're free of blame, but I said what most people are gonna take note of is that DDG behaves the same way with every single girl, and people are gonna start going at him before you can tell. And they're already going at him. We're gonna talk about that in another video coming up sometime soon, okay? But that's all I have to say about that for this video. Let me know what's your take, what's your 2 cents on the matter. While you're at it, do all you need to on this video to support your girl. Peace.